Dear friends, welcome back to Bonsai Couples Creations. Today we are going to see how to fertilize a plant and how much you have to apply, what are the different fertilizers. We'll see everything. Before that, I would like to show you some of my showing bonsai creations. You can see how healthy they are, how nicely they are growing. We can see all of them. This is the anti-desma plant. It is started flowering also. You can see the shape of the plant, how nice it is. And this is star plant, swastik we can call it as well. Then this is dot commoning, and this is elliptic ficus. All these are Shohin bonsais. All these are Shohin bonsais. Now, to have any plant to grow healthy, first we have to see how much fertilizers to be supplied and what are the different fertilizers. Now you can see this commony plant. It is having healthy green leaves, and when this plant is having a limited soil, if it is growing in the ground, the roots, they will grow in search of the soil, in search of the nutrients wherever it is available in the ground, and they can supply to the plant. But here it is the plant is growing in a pot, so it is limited to the pot only. The roots can't go out and spread can go out of the pot and can't get the nutrients from the ground. So for that, what we have to do, we have to supply nutrients from above the soil and keep the plant healthy. When the plant is growing in a pot, it is our responsibility to give the plant healthy food and see its growth. Now you can see this plant. It is Exora, white color Exora. This is also a Shohin bonsai. You can see how nicely it is. So how many flowers it is giving, how nicely it is growing. So it happens when the plant is very healthy, then it is having proper nutrients. When it is getting proper nutrients, then only you can see the flowers and healthiness in the plant. So that's why it is not every time it is necessary to fertilize the plant regularly and see the happiness in the plant. Plant speaks a lot. When you listen to them, you can see it needs water or it needs fertilizers. By seeing the plant, we can say the plant needed little bit fertilizers, a little bit water. Start understanding the plant very well and giving fertilizers to the plant. That is very necessary to the plant. Now you can see the flowers and everything. Now we will see detailed study of the fertilizers. How many types of fertilizers are there and how to apply those fertilizers to the plant, and when the plant needs which type of fertilizer. There are two type of fertilizers are there. One is organic. Second is inorganic. First we will study about the organic fertilizer. What are the organic fertilizers? Organic fertilizers are the cow dung. Cow dung is it is called as also cow manure. And this cow dung are cow manure and bone meal bone meal and seaweeds, neem cake, organic fertilizers, cow dung, bone meal, seaweeds, and all these are the organic fertilizers. These fertilizers we have to use them once in 3 months. Once in 3 months. We have to keep this much gap because these fertilizers they take lot of time to mix with the soil and to absorb by the plant. It takes lot of time. That's why we have to apply these fertilizers once in 3 months. Now this is the plant. It takes lot of time. Once you put this cow dung manure, bone meal, seaweeds, anyone you can use that one, and it can be stayed inside the soil for 3 months. Then again after 3 months once you have to apply the manure. So how to apply this cow dung manure we'll see. First we'll see when we have to fertilize the plant. Now actually when you did repotting a plant, or you may put the plant in the fresh soil, you have to wait for some time. Sometimes it might be take 1 month, sometimes it takes 2 months, sometimes some plants they will take 3 months depending on the plant. Sometimes they will have lot of shock when you repotted the plant because of the dry weather. The roots get dry when the roots are exposed to the dry weather for long time. During repotting the plant takes shocks. So that's why you have to wait. After repotting you have to wait the plant till it settles in the new pond. How you have to come to know how the plant is settled or not. If the plant is having new leaves, new flowers, and it is looking fresh, that means the plant is slowly settling to the new soil and you can start fertilizing. So depending on the plant development you have to start fertilizing. So safest method is wait for 3 months. After repotting, keep the plant at one place and don't move the plant from here to this place to that place. Let the roots settle and slowly let the plant settle to the new soil, and you do fertilizing after 3 months. Now before fertilizing you have to water the plant. Before fertilizing, first thing is you have to water the plant. The main fertilizer here we are using is the cow dung here. After watering you can see the water is coming out slowly. You can see the water is coming out. So that means the drainage is proper. You can see the once you water the plant the water is coming out. Now here at the corners we are making 4 holes. I told you we have to do holes at the corners of the pot, because always the feeder roots they develop, they spread in the soil, and they try to spread all in the they try to spread in the pot completely. That means when they are spreading they will come here, and you can see when you are repotting you can see lot of feeder roots will be there along with the walls of the pot. So that's why always you have to fertilize the plant away from the trunk line, away from the main thick roots, and you have to fertilize this plant for the feeder roots development. When the feeder roots, why we are doing like that? The feeder roots are very energetic. They are very young and they are very energetic, and they are ready to take the fertilizer, and readily they can absorb the fertilizer, and they can give it to the plant. So that's why we are putting the fertilizer away from the main trunk line of the pot. So on the four corners we are putting 4 spoons. First water the plant and make 4 holes, and along with the 4 corners you have to put 4 spoons of fertilizer. If it is a big pot, if it is more than if it is a 3 feet pot, then you have to supply more fertilizer. It may need 4 to 5 spoons of fertilizer on the corners. Now cover them completely with the soil. You have to cover them completely with the soil. So when you are watering the plant, the fertilizer won't come out. Here first you use the organic fertilizer, because organic fertilizer is it is a mild. It is not the strong one, it is a mild one. After repotting, first time when you are using the fertilizer, first fertilizer will be the organic fertilizer. Now again you have to water the plant. Again you have to water the plant, and then let the plant absorb the water. Now you fertilize the plant in the month of January. Think like that. When you fertilize the plant in the month of January, wait for 3 months. January, February, March. Then in April again you have to give second feeding. In the April month you have to say first feeding will be in the January and the second feeding in the April. So after 3 months of repotting, if the month is starting with January, the October, November, December. If you are repotted the plant in the October month, wait for 3 months, that is October, November, December, and in January you have to start fertilizing, and after 3 months in April second fertilizer. Like that every 3 months you are using the plant organic fertilizer. I shown you. First we have to water the plant and the food fertilizers on the 4 sides, and again water the plant. When you are watering like this, the organic fertilizer mixes with the soil readily, easily, and when it is wet, when the moisture, when the fertilizer and the soil is moist, then the absorption of the fertilizers by the feeder roots will be more, and they can absorb easily. Without the water they can't absorb, and there will be a fiber roots, they can't absorb the fertilizer if you won't water the plant. So for the fertilization, after fertilization, to gain strength, it is better to water the plant and give moistness to the soil, so the feeder roots can absorb the fertilizer and the plant will be healthy. Now after this organic fertilizer, now we are seeing inorganic fertilizers. So what are the inorganic fertilizers and how to apply those inorganic fertilizers to the plant? We study now that. Now we are going to study about the inorganic fertilizers. Inorganic fertilizers, there are 2 types. First is solid form or powder form. Second is liquid form. So in the solid form fertilizer, the first what we are using is NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. NPK you are using. So NPK is the one, nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. They are main ingredients for the plant to have a good root system and to have a good shoot system. That is the development of the trunk and development of the roots depends on the NPK. So nitrogen and phosphorus and potassium, they develop the plant healthily. So when you are using this NPK, you can for the green plant, that is ficus plant, people plant and banyan plant, like that leaftic ficus. So these plants, they need always NPK 19:19:19. It is very good ratio for the green plant. So you have to give solid fertilizer also, not only the organic fertilizer, and you have to fertilize the plant with NPK 19:19:19. That gives the plants to have good root system and the good shoot system. Now we'll see the how to apply this NPK. Now this is the plant antidesma. Now it is a flowering plant. You can see the small leaves. It is a shohin bonsai, and you can see the small leaves. Always some small leaves plants are good for making it a shohin bonsai. Last time we put the fertilizer at the corners. Now we have to put the fertilizer in the corner. We can see now. Last time what you did? First you water the plant, we put the fertilizer on the four corners of the pot. Now this fertilizer we have to put at the center of the if it is a plant is here, away from the plant, at the corner, not the corner, middle portion of the edges. This is one edge, this is second, third and fourth. So in the middle place you have to apply this NPK solid fertilizer. The same thing what we have to do. First we have to water the plant and make a small hole and put the NPK fertilizer and water the plant again. That is the main important thing when you are giving the NPK fertilizer, because this is a NPK is in the strong form. Sometimes this is a chemical combination, so they are very strong. If the dose is if by mistake if we are giving a more fertilizer to the plant, that there are the chances of plant dying back. So that's why what you have to do, first when you are applying this solid fertilizer, that NPK, you have to apply in a small quantity. This solid NPK, it will be available in the small round balls like thing, or it will be available in the powder also. Now this is NPK powder. This is NPK powder. It is water soluble powder. You can mix with the water and you can apply it on the soil also. So if we are not applying in the soil, if you are not mixing with this is a water soluble NPK. If you don't want to mix with the soil, you can directly apply in the, you water the plant. You can see how the water is coming out. water is coming. So here also drainage is proper. When drainage is proper, the plant growth will be good. So that's why you have to, anytime you have to you have to place a plant in a well drained soil. Now the second thing, now how to fertilize the inorganic fertilizer. How to apply inorganic? Then you are making a hole here and here. I told you at the center, and here you are taking in very less quantity. I told you it is a chemical fertilizer, so you have to careful when you are applying this fertilizer. Only this much, little bit, small quantity, that we can say one pinch of fertilizer is NPK fertilizer in at the one hole, and for second hole one pinch, for third hole one pinch, and back side fourth hole one pinch. Now cover them with the soil, so they will mix with the soil properly, and they can taken by the fibrous roots. They can be absorbed by the fibrous roots. So this is the one way of giving in the solid form. Now again you have to water the plant. Again you have to water the plant like this. Now the soil, the fertilizer, slowly they will mix with the soil, and it can be taken by the roots properly. Now we are applied this solid fertilizer in the February month. In the February month you are applied. January you applied the organic fertilizer. In the February month you are applied. So after giving organic fertilizer, wait for 1 month. Wait for 1 month. Wait for 1 month and give Now I am changing the plant. First plant I have used the organic fertilizer, and the second plant I used NPK, and I am using the liquid fertilizer on another plant. All the three fertilizers we should not use on the same plant in a one day. We can use with a 15 days gap, we can use them. So for this one, after 15 days I can use liquid fertilizer. Now today I had given the NPK and wait for 15 days and give the liquid fertilizer. Now I want to show you how to apply liquid fertilizer on this plant. Now first you have to read them carefully. Here he has written 5 ml in 1 liter of water. Sometimes they will say you have to shake the bottle also very well. You have to shake the bottle and take out the liquid. This is 5 ml. This is 5 ml of water, and 5 ml of, this is 5 ml of liquid fertilizer. Now we will take 1 liter of water. This is 1 liter of water. This is 1 liter of water. We are pouring 5 ml into this sprayer. And 1 liter of water. Now mix them. Mix it well. This plant also, we are watering the plant before fertilization, because we are giving some liquid fertilizer to the, applying liquid fertilizer on the soil also. That's why first we are watering the plant, and we will start spraying liquid fertilizer on the plant now. We have to wash the leaves completely. Now turn the plant, wash them completely above the leaves, and now we have to give liquid fertilizer below the leaves also. Sometimes this liquid fertilizer acts as a, sometimes this liquid fertilizer acts as a insecticide also. That's why it is better to give it below the leaves also, so the plants can absorb these nutrients easily. The leaves can absorb the nutrients, and there will be a healthy growth of the new branches on the leaves. So we have to apply above the leaves and the below the leaves like this. You have to apply below the leaves also. And on the soil. On the soil also we are applying. You have to give a good bath to the complete plant, entire plant. Like this we have to apply all these 3 types of fertilizers regularly. Once in a month, once in a fortnight, there will be one fertilizer. There may be one solid fertilizer, and the second time it will be of liquid fertilizer of micronutrients, and once in 3 months we have to give organic fertilizer. So this, like this, if you feed your plant regularly, you can see lot of growth, and the plant looks very healthy, and there will be vigorous growth in the plant, and the freshness will be there. That green freshness will be there in the plant. So always the potted plant, they need lot of fertilizers, because the soil here, it is very limited soil, and once you repotted the plant, and the soil, fertile soil, will be absorbed, the fertileness of the soil will be absorbed by the plant quickly. Then again it needs more fertilizers, so we have to apply them regularly. Once in a fortnight there should be some fertilizer. Like that we have to do it. Sometimes there will be some different fertilizers are there. This is the Osmocote. Osmocote is also very good fertilizers. Once in 6 months we can use these fertilizers. This is in the form of solid balls. These are in the form of solid balls like this. These are in the solid form balls like this. You can see, I will show you. This is a slow releasing fertilizer. Osmocote is a slow releasing fertilizer. This is a slow releasing fertilizer, Osmocote. So what we have to do? First, make a hole like this here and here. At 4-5 places we have to make holes, and at 3 balls here, 3 balls here, and 3 balls here, 3 balls here, 3 balls here, depending on the size of the pot. If the pot is very big, of 3 feet, then you can use more balls, but here the pot is only of 8 inches, so I am using 3 balls at all the places, and cover them with the soil and water the plant. Here also you have to, once you fertilize the plant, it is better to always water the plant. Next again, once you fertilize the plant, you have to water the plant, so the fertilizer will mix with the soil quickly. This Osmocote is only once in 4 months or 6 months you can use it. It is better to use once in 6 months. This Osmocote fertilizer we can use once in 6 months, and this is also a booster, booster for the plant development. So all these type of fertilizers, they help the plant to have proper growth and to give more fruits and more flowers and healthy growth in the plant. So it is always, we have to follow the frequent fertilization and discipline, discipline in the fertilizing the plant. So friends, I think I explained all about the fertilizers. If you have any doubts and more queries, you can comment in the comment section. So I will go ahead with that one. I can explain you more. Thank you friends for watching. We'll meet you in the next video. Thank you.